All right, welcome to our random ass podcast. I am Christopher Steele.
I'm Dustin Rhodes.
We are your host. Oh, good to see you, Dot.
Yeah, it's been a week.
All right. We're hoping to make this a regular thing, so weekly, and also gonna have a all wrestling one, armchair bookers.
Yeah, I'll be main lead on this. On that, this one is Chris's baby.
To start off, I wanted to say goodbye to Marvel's Avengers Alliance, and you're wrong. They are getting rid of both that and Avengers Alliance too.
Oh,
They
all
got rid
Avengers
of
Alliance is gone.
yes.
Is there something new in the pipeline?
I have no idea.
Probably making room for Avengers Academy, I would
Maybe
guess.
I don't know. I just had to see it go. It was a fun game.
Yeah, it was a blast.
I was missing three characters at the end.
I was missing like 300.
You would have been able to get them because they were crap ton of gold. Just just doing regular stuff. You get. That's how I got all except for the three lockbox characters.
Hopefully they come up with something a little easier to get characters in.
Now I mentioned a little bit ago to you about that movie. I really like to see it. The movie I'm talking about is Phantasm 5 Ravager. It looks badass. If you have not seen the Phantasm series, go rent them, download them. I don't
Stream
care.
them. Yeah, get the ingest them. That is horror.
Angus Scrim, scary looking, without makeup.
Yeah, yeah. He's been in a few other things, but Phantasm
Right.
is his claim to horror fame.
The late Angus Scrim.
Yes.
He passed away early this year.
Of course, after filming,
Oh yeah, well, it's been filmed a few years ago.
distribution was the pain.
Right. It was supposed to be released last year. About this time last year, I think.
Yeah, we were talking about this last year before we even thought of doing podcasts.
Um, like I said, the trailers for it, amazing.
Yeah, hair standing up on neck, horror flashbacks, great series. Yeah.
You wanted to mention some X-Men Apocalypse. You watched that last night.
Oh yeah, I just finished.
But before we get to that, can I mention one other thing?
Yes.
Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 2 premiered yesterday.
It leaked early, and I still haven't seen it yet. I need to see it.
Ash vs. Evil Dead, excellent series.
Must see if you are a horror fan, a Bruce Campbell fan. It is brilliantly laid right in with the rest of the story. They kind of axe Army of Darkness out a little bit, but there's still reference. It's confusing, but it's still fun to get back into the
actually,
characters.
I would say no because the picture in Necronomicon is still there.
Yeah, that's why I say it was like it's there. There's references to it, but they don't.
But then again, it does show up in Evil Dead 2.
That is, yeah, that's true.
It does.
It long and short, it may lead into an Army of Darkness style storyline. We don't know. You know, he might get sent back in time, and that's why they didn't cover any of the shit that happened. Or he just would think people think he's fucking crazy, so he doesn't
They already
mention
think
it.
he's crazy.
Yeah, true. He's got one arm and thinks he's badass, which is true. I mean, he is badass.
He is the, how do you put it, sarcastic hero.
Yeah.
He's not even a hero.
Sarcastic anti-hero. He doesn't want to do the shit that he has to do. He's just like, no one else. Yeah.
I said the word.
Cloud 2, Verada, necktie. No.
It's a great series. If you haven't seen those movies, you can probably skip. I tell people to go ahead and skip the first one.
Because it's basically the same as Evil Dead 2. Slight changes in the story, but pretty much the exact same thing.
And
it was trying to be horror more than horror comedy.
It was an attempt at all-out horror didn't really work. They made this second one,
Added the humor.
added humor. It was a great movie.
Recommendation for those who have dark senses of humor. If you're not a dark sense of humor person, might not be your cup of tea. Go look for Briscoe County Jr. if you want something family friendly with Bruce Campbell. But yeah, Evil Dead's one of the best.
And Evil Dead is the reason Bruce Campbell shows up in everything else that Sam Raimi ever does.
Ever.
Like
Quick and the
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, Quick and the Dead. Was he in Drag Me to Hell?
I don't think he was.
But he was definitely in the newest Evil Dead movie, which I
But
haven't seen all the way through.
But even in that, I don't even think you really even seen his face.
In the newest Evil Dead? Yeah, you see...
Just barely.
Like a profile, badly lit profile shot, he turns, looks at the camera, it fades to black,
groovy.
says groovy. I saw that before I even saw the movie. I was just like, Ash, new Evil Dead movie. Just hoping that he's going to be in there.
All the new shows are premiering. A lot of the comic book shows that I watch come out this week.
Flash.
And then Supernatural is the following week.
I just picked up season 1 on DVD. I just jumped in on the series like last season and the season before. I instantly fell in love, and I popped in that first DVD, and it's like, oh my god, they're babies. What the hell? Wow, some shit must go down for them to get as haggard as they are now.
Alright, do you want to go to X-Men?
Yeah, just finished X-Men Apocalypse. They did such a good job making the X-Men universe their own thing at Fox. I've finally just stepped back and gone, it's never going to be the comic book. Let it be what they make it.
Right. I've always had that problem, but I've let it go. When you got to First Class, Havoc, I'm like, wait, this is wrong. Havoc's the little brother.
Yeah, they took a lot of liberties with
ages
and quite a few times they've taken liberties with ages.
I was telling you, Nightcrawler. I can understand that Nightcrawler in
X-Men
2 was older.
Yeah, that kind of works out. But the Angel thing doesn't make a little bit kind of does make sense because the one from 3 was actually older than
he was mid-teens. He was still living at home with, and Dad wanted him to have the antidote taken.
That's true. That's true.
So that's the one that don't make sense. Timeline wise, it should not. Even though the timeline has been changed, it should not affect people's ages.
Yeah. Or even the powers when they gain them, how they gain them. Like how they gain them, yes, but what age they gain them probably shouldn't be affected.
No, because that's adolescence.
Yeah, I mean
during adolescence is when mutants gain their powers.
The Cyclops. This was a good origin story for a lot of the original X-Men. Yeah, Cyclops was a fantastic story. Storm was another. Psylocke. I was so glad to see Psylocke.
I don't know though. I said this before. Told you this before. I kind of think Shadow King should have been more because of the story, Storm story part of it.
Yeah.
It was more Shadow King.
But Shadow King is more a Professor X villain, so I can see him kind of showing up in another story with Professor X.
But if you looked at it, also Professor X had that major part
battle with Apocalypse.
Apocalypse. That would been.
But look at the marketability. Like Shadow King is known by us, the comic dorkdom that is Marvel fans.
They had him in a few episodes of the 90s animated series.
That's true, but Apocalypse is in video games left and right. He's got Mutant Apocalypse is literally this story with different characters.
X-Men Legend Rise of Apocalypse.
Yep, which was a fantastic game. I still play it regularly.
I was looking up and they said that was like #1 X-Men game.
Yeah, it's so well done. There's like 40 characters to choose from, including Iron Man, Deadpool, Xavier without the wheelchair.
But I disagreed with them on X-Men Destiny. They said it was like the worst X-Men game ever made. I understand.
No, I can tell you which one the worst X-Men game ever made was. Nintendo's X-Men. That fucking game is sucked.
I understand you're not one of the X-Men in this game.
But that's not the point. It's called Destiny. You're supposed to. It's like a lead up to becoming.
Yeah, it's after death of Professor X.
Which one? The Onslaught or the AVX? It would be Onslaught, wouldn't it? Because.
The Phoenix Force. After the Phoenix Force.
One, okay.
Everybody's in Los Angeles now.
Okay. Okay.
It's after that. And gain your powers. You pick one of 3 characters. You gain your powers. You get to choose a little bit. I get that they try to make it a certain way, and it didn't work out. Because no matter what you choose, you're gonna get
the same storyline anyway.
Basically the same thing.
Yeah. They can only do so much. It's
right.
going to be on a linear path.
I need to re-get that game. Get the remaining trophies.
I don't think I've ever played it. I've only watched videos.
On video games, I've been talking about different ones with people at work. And one of my favorite is the first on the PlayStation 3, the Lego games. The Star Wars Complete Saga.
Well, now the almost complete saga because we got the
Right.
7th movie now, which will get its own
it's
Lego.
still really the complete
complete
saga.
Yeah.
Anyways, it is still $30. It is still one of the most expensive. I'm like, really? I have to pay $30 for this damn game? It's a great game.
Well, yeah, I played it for PlayStation 2 and Wii.
Did you play the complete saga, or I know PlayStation 2 had
I played
most sagas.
I played I had the 2 separate ones. Played the 2 separate ones for PlayStation 2, and then when I got my Wii, I got I checked out the complete saga. It's pretty much the same game. A couple extra special features here and there.
I would think
the story kind of.
I don't know if it's true. I would think that you'd have more because
You get more customability because you get both sets of characters all together.
That's why. Thank you.
Because like my favorite was to make Yoda with Darth Maul's lightsaber and Darth
Or
Vader's body.
I'm just saying,
just
be able to use Anakin Skywalker in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Or Luke Skywalker
in
Episode
Episode
1.
1.
Clones.
Yeah. No, send him all the way back to Episode 1 and just have him kill his dad right at the beginning.
Right.
Save us the trouble of the no emo fucking Darth Vader.
Anything you wanted to discuss?
God, there's all kinds of good shit going on in pop culture right now, man. Gotham was a great episode this week. Lucifer, I can't recommend that show enough. That is.
I haven't watched that one.
You should check it out.
I'm really down to, besides like 2-3 shows, nothing but comic book stuff.
It is DC related.
I
think it was a Vertigo imprint. It might be straight up DC though.
Like I said, Flash. Have you seen previews for that?
Yes, I've seen.
Oh.
So far, I've seen shots of Jay Garrick, Vixen, Kid Flash.
Right.
They got a lot going on this season.
They are doing.
Kevin Smith's going to direct another one. That's just a.
They're doing the Flash Paradox. I don't know how well that's going to work.
They'll probably have to make some changes. I bet Batman and Arrow will switch spots again.
Right. That's what you started. You texted me. I asked you about Gotham. You said, "Well, they're not going to have Batman." I'm like, I was going to tell you. Well, if you want Batman, just watch Arrow, because that's basically Batman.
Yeah, pretty much. It is.
Most of the villains are Batman villains. Most of his backstory
Stories
is Batman.
Batman's. Yeah, Lazarus Pit and Ra's al Ghul. Yeah, it's all right there. They had
I do like Arrow though.
yeah.
I'm a fan of Arrow.
I watch an episode every now and again. I'm hoping they syndicate it so I can start from the beginning.
You really should. The way, because the whole second season, or from beginning to like the middle of the second season, they lead into the Flash.
Yeah, I that's actually when I started watching more of the comic book stuff. Was when I saw Arrow and Flash on the screen at the same time. I'm like, wait, what? I gotta see. I'll stick around for this. And so I've seen Flash from the beginning.
Well, this is before.
Yeah, I know.
Beginning.
Like I saw the little lead in with Barry
and with your comic book knowledge, you will get some references that others might not. That don't understand the references.
Yeah, that I really should.
There's like quick references. Like I said, every episode in the.
But that's how the DC shows are. I mean, bang, 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 just rapid fire references. Even Gotham, there's.
Another thing is, Supergirl is being added to the CW.
Yes, I saw that. That is fucking awesome.
And Superman is gonna be on in this new season.
Yeah, I saw the posters. That was not worded right. Have you seen the posters?
Seen the previews. Some previews for it. Even they mentioned Superman, and they were talking about Superman. Superman saved the day. Well, Supergirl was there too. and
gotta give credit where credit's due.
If you didn't see the first season, Martian Manhunter is in it.
I heard Cyborg is going to be making an appearance this season.
That'd be cool.
They're looking at trying to put together some kind of Justice League series. I don't know exactly. Like, okay, I know in Arrow, Bruce Wayne exists because the whole merger.
They actually mentioned.
That's why it confuses me that they haven't done a CW Batman series unrelated to Gotham, or like mildly related, like a flash forward kind of scenario where you get the same. If you watched Gotham, you'd get the references.
Is Gotham Warner Brothers though?
Yeah.
But that's a different universe because that's a Fox universe.
Yeah, and it's can't exactly pinpoint a time. They've tried to make it a timeless. Like, you can't tell what era it's supposed to take place in, even though there's cell phones, but there's landlines that look like rotary phones, and it's all over the fucking board, but still so good.
Yes, it is.
I had to give it another shot. I'm trying to catch up on Hulu right now. So same with Metalocalypse. I try to pop out like 5 or 6 episodes of Metalocalypse a day.
I did get the 3 albums downloaded.
Nice.
I don't have the 4th. It's not even a Death album.
No, it's its own.
It's the only one that's not a Death album.
Yeah. Heard Tool's coming out with a new album sometime soon.
Well, that'd be cool.
That would be cool. There's another Gorillaz as well. Some old favorites popping back up again.
What's with some of these older 80s bands becoming country?
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out why the hell Hootie left the Blowfish to go fucking spin a wagon wheel or some shit. I haven't quite figured that shit out at all.
You mean Hootie Blows Fish?
Yeah, Hootie Blows Fish.
I hated that.
No, I at the time I was like, yeah, this is some good stuff, and as it got played for the billionth fucking time, I was like, let her cry, I don't give a fuck. But it did make for good fodder in Ted, and you have to admit that it
yeah. All right.
The all vowel.
I know you don't watch it anymore.
Walking Dead.
Walking Dead is coming back end of the month. John Winchester from Supernatural.
Okay. Yep.
Plays Negan.
Harry Dean Morgan.
He plays Negan.
Okay.
the big bad guy.
Oh, okay.
The big bad guy. He
I,
runs everything.
the new governor.
He's worse than the governor.
I doubt that. Well,
No,
they didn't show the governor at his worst in the series anyway.
Well,
so.
he controls everybody. I mean, all the towns.
Oh,
Not
nice.
just all the settlements, basically.
I may have to dive back in. I doubt I will because I've been really into. Have you seen Outcast?
No. Anyways, at the end, with the season finale, when he finally showed up, Negan finally shows up, he kills somebody.
But they don't show who.
No, you don't see who. From what was said, it's a male. And
was it like, oh my god, they killed him?
No, look at that. He's taking it like a man. He.
Well,
that does remind me of one other thing I wanted to ask you about. But go ahead.
On the he's taking it like a man. Considering Carl is so widely hated,
he won't. He's not going to kill Carl because Carl is Rick's son. He wants Rick to work for him.
Okay, so I doubt it'll be Daryl. If you kill Daryl,
now
waves of motherfuckers will hit
the internet. That's the problem. I see it's either one or two people. I know it's not Abraham because Abraham got. I just read not too long ago that he got a contract extension. The guy who plays Abraham.
So he could get maimed. It might not necessarily. He takes it like a man. Doesn't necessarily.
If you read the comics, it's Glenn.
It probably should be Glenn because.
I'll get to that. So my two choices are Glenn or Daryl. Because of the comics. Not that it's Glenn that gets killed in the comics, but because of the results. The way people act right after the fact. Rick doesn't seem to react to it, but is planning vengeance. Maggie goes to Hilltop,
another settlement,
and she ends up taking over because of it, and helping
them try and start a rebellion.
Basically,
Star Wars episode for Princess Leia.
So, like I said, Glenn does make the most sense.
Yeah. And they kind of tested the waters. As you said, I don't watch the show, and I'll readily admit I don't watch the show, but I do kind of keep up with the internet vibe of what's going on with the show. And when they tested the waters early on to see how people would react to Glenn.
A lot of people
dying.
That's another thing with that testing the waters, like you said. People are already over the fact that he's already dead to most people.
Yeah. So
for half a season.
So yeah.
So get rid of him now.
You're not really out much,
but
you still get that punch of he's not coming back.
But Reedus has been doing other shit. He wasn't in as much last season. He'd show up, but he didn't do a lot.
I think that's because I'm not sure. Don't quote me on this, but I've been seeing rumblings on the interwebs, which is hearsay at best, that there may be a Boondock Saints 3 and or television series, which would be great. So killing off Daryl so I can get Murphy McManus back, I would totally be down for that because Daryl doesn't belong in The Walking Dead anyway.
Now, to switch a little bit gears, comic book related.
All right.
You're an Avengers man.
Yes, Marvel.
Thor.
Yes, Thor.
Thor's hammer.
Mjolnir.
On it is written.
Something to the effect of he who is.
Whoever possesses this hammer. Whoever wields this hammer.
Possesses the power of Thor.
No.
No.
It says, whoever possesses this hammer, may he be worthy. Well, or is wield, not possesses the first time. Will possess the power of Thor. The hammer does decide. That does not, to me, that does not say that you have to be able to lift the hammer. It does not say anywhere. It says wield this hammer.
So if you can get
If
a
you can
forklift,
wield it, you may are deemed. You can be deemed worthy to possess the power of Thor. It doesn't say you have to possess
the power of Thor to hold the hammer.
to lift it.
Well, no, that's the thing with the hammer. The hammer is what is kind of like the key to the power, because there was a good time in the comics when it wasn't the Thor that the original
Thunderstrike.
Thor. Yeah, it became Thunderstrike.
And Jane Foster Thor now.
Yeah, Jane Foster Thor is in the
But-
current era. They
But
got a lot of them though.
Do you know
Like-
anything about that?
About the hammer?
About Jane Foster Thor?
No, I haven't read comics in a good long time.
She's actually from a possible future
Possible future in the movies or possible future in the comics?
comics.
I can see that.
Where Thor is no longer Thor. He's Odin's son.
Okay.
He's basically Odin.
Odin passed and he becomes king, and
Right.
so he bestows the powers to her.
No,
the
he
hammer
doesn't.
does.
The hammer ends up. He does not think she's worthy. He tries to take it back.
But she uses the
But
I'm Thor.
After several attempts, he gives up and realizes that and is mistaken. She has cancer and is in a wheelchair. But when she
Gains the powers of Thor.
possesses the hammer and becomes Thor, she's no longer paralyzed. She's not. She is Thor when she has the hammer.
Yeah. She becomes the incarnate version of Thor.
He thinks it because she's able to. She isn't paralyzed and everything. That there's no signs of the cancer when she's Thor. That it's helping her. In fact, it's progressing the cancer.
That's not good. That's a whole bag of cat's eye. Wow. Comics got really deep again. Like really, like
It is because of all the movies, in my view.
it makes sense. It really does, because you have to play to that audience that wants the drama, and it gives them other shit to pull from when they make newer storylines and things of that nature.
I don't know how long we've been BSing.
Oh shit, probably about a half hour.
I want to touch up on one last thing.
Right on.
Star Wars. I've already talked to you about this before. My problems with
Episode 7?
the original Star Wars.
Oh, the original trilogy.
With,
4 through 6, for those of you that aren't
right.
aware.
Luke Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ben Kenobi, meet Han Solo at the Cantina Bar on Tatooine. Tatooine is the home planet of the Hutts. In particular, Jabba the Hutt, who happens to have a bounty on
Han Solo.
Han Solo. Why is Han on Tatooine? I've told people this. To me, it's like hiding in his kitchen.
Yeah, full-grown man just kind of chilling out in your kitchen going, no, you can't see me.
Why are you at a bar on the planet that
Well,
this guy lives on?
It happens in a galaxy far, far away, long, long time ago and whatnot. Perhaps Han Solo is a distant relative of John Cena. And he's
You
just
can't
like, you
see
can't
me.
see me. It just,
And the other thing was, and I gotta say this, the how fast the Millennium Falcon is. It does the Banta run in 12 parsecs. A parsec is not a measurement of time; it is a measurement of distance. And even the way you tried to explain it to me last week doesn't make sense when he says, because he says, is asked how fast it is.
You got a point. Because my thought was, well, perhaps he found a shortcut and it was 12 parsecs in that regard. But no, when you're asked how fast it is, and you're like, I made the
Is it fast? It made the Banta run in 12 parsecs.
yeah,
I think it's Banta run.
something like that. I thought it was like a Cossack run. I don't know. It's been a while. I was just thinking of popping them bitches in, and I was like, you know what? No, I'm gonna watch 31 and then watch X-Men Apocalypse. And I did that in the right order because I did not want to go to sleep on 31. Rob Zombie's newest movie. If you like Devil's Rejects, you will love 31. I will tell you that right now. Soundtrack is killer.
How's that? Well, that mini comic that I gave you.
Oh, the Devil's Rejects mini comic. Oh, it's fantastic. It's the origin of Cutter. It's brilliant. There's a digital version. Look it up. It's good. It's really good. If it's Rob Zombie related, not for kids. Definitely not for kids.
All right. Well, I didn't add any kids. I don't really have any kids on my Facebook.
Me either, but we got probably parents listening. So if you see your kids with anything Rob Zombie, you may want to give it a look or listen, and then give them a thumbs up because that shit is awesome.
So, I think should conclude today's episode.
It sounds like a winner.
If you enjoyed this, please like, share,
Subscribe.
tell your friends, have your friends join our group.
Yep. Steele-Rhoads Productions. We're here to bring you podcasts of all different types. We're starting with 2, may go to more, may condense them into 1. We never know.
Right. Nice talking, BSing with you.
Yep. Random ass podcast. Always BS and random shit.
And y'all have a good day.